This is Module 2, Lesson 5. This is the last lesson in this particular module. So we're going to start right here with our objective. So read along with me. Use addition and subtraction to solve multi-step word problems involving length, mass, and capacity. Remember, length will be measured in meters. Our mass we've been measuring in kilograms or grams. And capacity we've been measuring in liters and milliliters. These problems are all from your book. These are the problem set problems. And we're going to do 4 of them, and then you'll do the last 2 on your own. So what I want you to do as you look at these is to look at the problem, read the problem through with me, and then I want you to pause and try to solve it yourself. Pause the video and then come back and see how you did. We'll have one slide with what I did, and then if you turn to the next slide, there are some other solutions that you can look at. So we're going to start here. The potatoes Beth bought weighed 3 kilograms, 420 grams. Her onions weighed 1,050 grams less than the potatoes. How much did the potatoes and onions weigh together? So as you can see, this is going to be more than one step that we need to do. So we're going to start out with her potatoes that she bought weighed 3 kilograms, 420 grams. Her onions weighed 1,050 grams less than the potatoes. How much did the potatoes and onions weigh together? So let's start off with our tape diagram. And we'll start off with our potatoes here. I'm just going to put POT for an abbreviation. And those potatoes weighed 3 kilograms, 420 grams. And then her onions weighed 1,050 less. So we're going to draw, for that, we're going to draw show on our tape diagram that her onions, we know that they were 1,050 less. We don't know how much they actually weighed. So because we have a total and a partial, then we know that we're going to be subtracting to start. So let's do that. I think we'll put our 3 kilograms, 420 grams. Let's put our kilograms into thousands. So because we know that 3 kilograms is equal to 3,000 grams, right? So let's go ahead and just convert that. So we have 3,420 grams. Shouldn't say kilograms there because that would be wrong. So we've got 3,420 grams, and we're going to subtract 1,050, which is not what her onions weigh, but once we subtract, we'll know what her onions weigh. So we're good here. We can subtract across our ones. We're going to have to regroup here with our 10, so 12 minus 5 is 7. And that left us with 3 there, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So 2,370 grams is what her onions weighed. But we're not done because, as it said, it's how much the potatoes and onions weigh together. So we are going to have to do that together. So let's look at that. We'll take our 2,000, let's take our 3,000, well, we can do it both ways. Actually, we can convert back, but let's go ahead and keep it in grams. So 3,420 grams and 2,370 grams, and we're going to add those together to see what we weigh all together. And if we weigh 5,790 grams, then that's the same thing as 5 kilograms, because of the 1,000 here, 790 grams. So as you look at this next page, you can pause on that and look at the different ways that the problem was done there and see if any of those would work for you. Let's go on to this second problem. Adele let out 18 meters, 46 centimeters of string to fly her kite. Then she then let out 13 meters, 78 centimeters more before reeling back in 590 centimeters. How long was her string after reeling it in? Again, we're going to have to, this is a 2-part problem because we first have to find out how far did she actually let it out, and then we're going to have to find out how much she reeled it back in. So let's draw a tape diagram and see if we can get that. So she let out 18 meters, 46 centimeters. So let's put that in. Hopefully I got those right. And then she let out 13 centimeters, 78. I'm 13 meters, 78 centimeters. So let's put that in. I didn't really leave room for that. 13 meters, 78 centimeters. This was our total. And then after that, if we draw a tape diagram here, then we'll have we know that this right here, she reeled it in 590 centimeters. So our first step, we need to find our total because we know the two parts. And so let's find our total. When we want to find a total, then we're going to go ahead and add. So let's do that. We've got 18 meters, 46 centimeters, and 13 meters, 78 centimeters. Let's leave it in this form and we can convert it after. So centimeters, we've got 6 and 8 being 14, 1 and 4 is 5, and 7 is 12. And then we have 31 meters. So we can take this 100 centimeters and convert that into meter because we know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So if we add that to our 31 meters, we'll have 32 meters, 24 centimeters. And we are subtracting 590 centimeters. So we could convert that into 5 meters, 90 centimeters. But I think what we'll do is convert our meters into centimeters and subtract that way. And then we can convert back. So let's take our 32 meters. Remember that 32, we would times it by 100 to get it back into centimeters. So that just means we'll take our 32, that's 3,200 plus the 24. And so we've got 3,224 centimeters minus our 590 centimeters. And this is going to tell us how long her string was after she reeled back in 590 centimeters. So let's go ahead and do that. We have enough in our ones. We're going to regroup to do our tens. 12 minus 9 is 3. We're going to have to regroup again to do our hundreds. 11 minus 5 is 6 hundreds, and then we've got 2. So we've got 2,634 centimeters. So we can take that 26. I'm going to come over here with our answer, and we have 26 meters, 34 centimeters as we convert back. So how long was your string? 26 meters, 34 centimeters. And again, on this next page, you can look at some different ways of doing that problem and different ways of converting that that Miss Carol from last year did. All right, we've got Cheyenne's barrel. It contains 6 liters, 775 milliliters of paint. She poured in 1 liter, 118 milliliters more. The first day, Cheyenne used 2 liters, 125 milliliters of the paint. And after the second day, there were 1,769 milliliters of paint remaining in the barrel. How much paint did Cheyenne use on the second day? We have a few steps here. So let's draw our tape diagram and see what we've got. So the first day, we've got 6 liters, 775 milliliters, and then she poured in 1 liter, and we're going to add those because she poured it in, so she's adding more milliliters more. So then the first day, she used 2 liters. Oops, that's not going to be right. We're not going to put it there because that's not what we know. We know that she used this part right here that we don't know was 2 liters, 125 milliliters, and this is day 1. And after the second day, we know there were 1,769 milliliters of paint left. All right. So we have to figure out how much paint she used on this second day, which we don't know. So we have a few steps to take to get there. All right, so let's start off with what we do know and answering and starting from the top. So the first thing we need to know is, well, how much paint was in there to start with, right? So we need to do some addition here. We're going to add our 6 liters, 775 milliliters, and we're going to add 1 liter, 118 milliliters more, because that's how much total that she started with. So we're milliliters here, 5 and 8, 13, 1 and 8, 8, 9, 8, and 7 liters. So we started with, this is our total, 7 liters, 893 milliliters. So the first day she used 2 liters, 125 milliliters of paint. All right. So we got to find out how much then did we have left at the end of the first day. So in order to do that, as you can see, we need to do some subtraction if we look over here at this first day drawing. So we're going to start with our total, 7 liters, 893 milliliters, and we're going to subtract how much she used on the first day, which was 2 liters, 125 milliliters. You know, the thing about word story problems and word problems is that they can get really tricky. You have to really read through, and if you need to read through several times in order to make sure you understand what it's talking about, then do that. Again, and hopefully you did this already and you're coming back and seeing how I did it. So after our second day we did this, we're going to have to regroup here. And 13 minus 5 is 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. 8 minus 1 is 7. And that's our milliliters. And 7 minus 2 liters gives us 5. So at the end of the first day, we had 5 liters, 768 milliliters left of what we had started with. So after the second day, there were 1,769 milliliters of paint remaining. So we're going to take what we had at the end of the first day, and we're going to subtract what is left, and that will give us how much there was, how much paint she actually used. So let's put our 5 liters, 768 milliliters. Now, there were 1,769 milliliters of paint left in the barrel. I'm going to go ahead and turn that into liters and milliliters because that's what we've been working with. So I know that this is going to be a little bit annoying though. So I think actually what I'm going to do, I'm changing my mind right now because I'm seeing by looking that I have 769 milliliters, I have 768 here. So I am going to turn this 5 liters, 768 milliliters that's sitting here. I'm going to turn that into milliliters altogether. So 5 liters I know is 5,000 milliliters because 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. So I'm going to turn it into milliliters. I've got 5,768 milliliters. I'm going to subtract the paint that was remaining, which is 1,769 milliliters. We're going to have to regroup on everything here. But let's just start with our ones. I'm going to regroup. I'm going to start there with 18 minus 9 is 9. I'm going to have to regroup again. So we can say 15 minus 6 is also 9. I'm going to have to regroup again. And 16 minus 7 is 9. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3,999 milliliters. So she used on the second day, Cheyenne used 3,999 milliliters, or I can say that is 3 milliliters, 999. I'm sorry, 3 liters. I've got to be careful with what I'm doing here. She can do it as 3 liters, 999 milliliters. So here again on the next page, is these solutions, different ways that you could do it, okay? The problem. Alrighty, we're going to look at our last problem. Again, that reminder that I want you to read the problem with me, pause, see what you can do yourself on your whiteboard, and then come back and see how you did. All right, on Thursday, the pizzeria used 2 kilograms, 180 grams less flour than they used on Friday. On Friday, they used 12 kilograms, 240 grams. On Saturday, they used 1,888 grams more than on Friday. What was the total amount of flour used over the 3 days? Okay, so we are going to draw our tape diagram, and I'm going to start with Friday because everything seems to kind of revolve around Friday. So this is Friday, and we know how much they used on Friday. They used 12 kilograms, 240 grams. Okay, on Thursday, they used 2 kilograms, 180 grams less flour than they did on Friday. And so we need to find out this amount here. And on Saturday, they used sorry, I didn't want to quite do that. On Saturday, they used 1,088 grams more than on Friday. So these two, our Friday and our Saturday, our big boxes are equivalent. These two big boxes that are in solid lines, and then the dotted lines represent the extra that was used on Saturday. All right, so let's see if we can figure this out. On Friday, they used 12 kilograms, 240 grams. So let's figure out what they used on Thursday. On Thursday, they used 2 kilograms, 180 grams less than they used on Friday, which less means that we're going to have to subtract. So we're going to start with our 12 kilograms, because that's Friday, 240 grams. And we're going to subtract the 2 kilograms, 180 grams, and that will give us Thursday's total, okay? So we're going to go ahead and 240 minus 180. So we're going to regroup here. 14 minus 8 is 6, and our 1s are going to go out. And 12 minus 2 is 10. So we've got 10 kilograms, 60 grams for Thursday. We're going to be adding these totals together. So I'm going to put that over to the side. So Thursday they had 10 kilograms, 60 grams. Friday, we had 12 kilograms, 240 grams. So I'm putting them here so that we can add and when we get to the end. And then we want to find out on Saturday they used 1,888 grams more than on Friday. So that means we're going to take our kilograms, our 12 kilograms, and we're going to add the 1,888 grams. I know that 1,000 grams is equal to 1 kilogram. So I'm going to put this into kilograms and grams. So 1 kilogram, 888 grams. So we're going to put that, we're going to convert that. We're going to add these. So we've got 8, we've got 4 and 8 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, and 8 is 11. And then we have 13 kilograms. Well, I know again that 1,128, I can convert that. I can move that 1,000 grams into kilograms. So if I add that 1 gram to my kilograms, I'm going to end up with a total of 14 kilograms, 128 grams. So I'm going to add that over here to my 14 kilograms, 128 grams. It's really important to line these up, So when we add them together, we can do them together. So our 1s give us 8 grams. Our 10s give us 6 and 4 is 10 and 2 is 12. And we'll add one more. 1 and 2 is 3. So we've got 428 grams. And we have 6 here and 3 here kilograms. So it's 36 kilograms, 428 grams. That's a little squishy, but that is our total for the 3 days. If you didn't understand all the steps, go back and watch again, or look at this last day here where you can look at some other possible ways that might make more sense to you. So you're going to go ahead and head into your problem set now and get that done. Good luck and have a really wonderful break.